Your skin looks so clear.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't actually think I know how to wink. Do I wink or do I blink?
You winked.
Ah, okay.
Because the thing about winking is it has to accompany some movement. Like,
can you wink with your mouth closed? No. You kind of did, but not as much.
see,
I can, but it's not the same effect. Like you have to give it a little.
Means you also, yeah. You
It's
can't
got
just
a little.
be like,
that just looks like you don't know how to blink.
yeah. Because I see some people be like,
you should splice this into a reel.
is this a wink?
Like the bloopers.
Wink.
No, I actually don't think it's a wink if your mouth's closed. That's my hot take. It's a failed blink.
Hey Siri, what is a wink?
A wink is a facial expression made by briefly closing one eye. A wink is an informal mode of nonverbal communication, usually signaling shared hidden knowledge or intent. Do you want me to keep reading?
Shared hidden knowledge.
Do you have to have your mouth open to wink?
The wink phenomenon may be elicited by opening the mouth, thrusting the jaw to the contralateral side,
What?
jaw protrusion, chewing, smiling, or sucking.
Okay. All right.
What?
Let's record. Let's record.
All right.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Anti-Depressing, the show where we talk about everything. From
liturgy
to Lexapro. You might be wondering, wow, you guys are together this week.
You guys are together and Chanel's doing the intro.
Which is actually crazy.
Times
it's
are
because we're just
changing.
not together. I'm just not used to it. But
She's
we're
a little
together.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, we're together.
Swept away in the moment.
I'm so happy about it. We're doing it. We're back in action. I'm here in Wisconsin. Whoa. You know, everyone should go on, watch us on visual because what's that mug, Jasmine?
You might be asking yourself, how did Jasmine get such a cool mug?
Yeah.
How did she get such a cool coaster?
Wow. How did
I don't know
you?
if this is backwards or not for
No,
them.
I don't think so. Yeah.
How I got it is because if you've forgotten, because we don't talk about it every week, we are sponsored by Fio, which is a Catholic app, your main Catholic app for podcasts, for music to come in the future. Already one amazing artist on it. One of our favorites, Flynn. If you've been listening to the show since the OG days, they've been on here before. And more music to come. But your podcast home, and you might be asking yourself, wow, does Fio have any original shows? Yeah. What was Fio's first original podcast, Chanel?
Us, baby.
Anti-Depressing.
Anti-Depressing. Giving blessings
to you.
We were it. We were the first
The
show.
original.
We
and there
are.
have been more new ones, and we're
Yeah.
very happy for them, but never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget
the
who came
original.
before you, who
There can
paved
only
the
be
way.
one. There can only be one. And it's us.
And it's us. And Fio just got some awesome updates in their app, and we were
Yeah, we were
perusing
checking
them
it out.
before.
You can follow podcasts. You can download them. I know you might be thinking, you might be able to do that on SP ***** Y. And you can, but
And you would be right. But
but-
you'd also be supporting who? We don't even know.
Right? So why not support a really great business that really cares about what we consume and being able to get it in the same place. And so the cool thing is you can follow all the different podcasts, and it's just dedicated to one thing too. Sometimes in SP ***** Y,
It gets overwhelming.
like
There's
it
so
kind of
much
gets
happening.
overwhelming. So you can follow podcasts if you want. You can download them when you're flying, when you're in the car, you don't have service, whatever.
You can now share individual
share.
episodes.
Yeah, it's
so
like-
if there's an antidepressing episode you're really feeling, share it on your social media.
It's pretty great. So we would recommend that you check it out. And we're sponsored by FIO.
Fio, which is also our antidepressing Catholic news this week, is because we love to see Catholic people win. And the cool thing I think about Fio is a lot of times, like Catholic apps or just like stuff in general, it's like, we're just praying. Like, we're just praying, and everything is like a reflection and a meditation, which is beautiful and great and has its place. But the thing I love about Fio, both in their podcast and the music that's to come, is like it's Catholic creatives creating things that are Catholic because they're by Catholic people, but aren't like necessarily now we're doing this like devotion, we're doing this theological talk. Like, we were kind of reflecting on our show. And something we've really appreciated from the beginning is that we were like, we don't want to be just like preaching theology the whole time. We just want to be two Catholic girls who are looking at the world through the lens of our faith and through the lens of mental health, which are things that are important to us, but that it isn't just like us just preaching. And that was really important to us. And Theo has supported and empowered our mission the whole time. And so we're super thankful to have a home that is just wants us to do what we want to do when we want to do it, which you have noticed because we don't always have an episode every week.
Yeah.
Heavy on the when.
But we're back. Yeah. But we're back on that consistent grind.
Back on the grind.
Things have been pretty crazy. My name's Chanel. My life's pretty weird. Things have been pretty crazy because Jasmine had a baby. I have just been trying to find a job and traveling and doing crazy stuff. And I found a job. And
Chanel found a job.
I burned myself. So a lot of things have been happening.
Never forget.
But never forget. Minor burn victim part 2. But things are becoming more consistent. We're happy to be back with you guys.
Life is regulating.
Life is regulating internally, externally. I mean, kind of. I don't know. The world's kind of actually crazy, which this show is anti-depressing, so we will not be touching on that. But I'm winking at you if you know what I'm talking about. So,
winking.
God bless.
You know what? I feel like we should get those like wands from the old school Disney Channel days. Don't sue us.
Yeah.
And we should be like, this is Jasmine Chanel, and you're listening on Theo.
Oh, that would be cool.
You see? I wrote Theo in the air.
Yeah, but you should not say their name. You should say D-I asterisk.
Don't sue us.
Don't sue us.
But anyways, this is Jasmine Chanel, and you're listening on
Theo.
Woo.
Well, that was our plug for Theo because we love him. And our plug for ourselves because we love us. And we're just excited to bring you guys some great anti-depressing content because, like we were saying, the past. Oh, what'd you say?
I don't have my phone, so I'm gonna need you to pull up the story.
Cool. Yeah.
Because
the past week has been pretty insane, for real.
Turbulent.
So pretty turbulent. And we're just all trying to pray because things are going to be fine. We just got to take deep breaths, and things are going to be okay. And at the end of the day, we're here. And
we're here and we're not suppressed.
That is what matters, is that we're here to support each other. And we love y'all. So let's roll right in to how the heck are you doing first?
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm great because you're here. My news is that you're here.
Love.
My high of the week is that you're here.
Oh my gosh.
My low of the week is you're going to leave at the end of the week.
Oh my gosh.
My whole week begins and ends with your presence here.
I am the morning and the rising star. Is that from Prince of Egypt? Oh, I shouldn't say Prince of Egypt. They're not sponsoring P-R-I asterisk asterisk of Egypt. It's like I am the.
I haven't watched that in so long.
I'm making this so about myself. Anyway, so how are you doing?
No, but for real, it is amazing when we are together. Life feels at peace, and it's great. And Chanel is the best baby cuddler on earth.
I love
she
it.
is so great to have around the kids. And so it's been fun. It's been a vibe. And that's like the long and the short of what's going on in my life.
I love it.
And you're here. So
I love it. And I love your baby. I know. I love it. And I love your babies. It is a blessing. Every time Jasmine's like, do you want to hold, E asterisk asterisk rest of his name. I absolutely do hold him because it's beautiful and precious. And even the other ones still cuddle me. So thank God.
I know the snuggles are real.
Yeah. So how am I doing? Well, my burn is healing. The world is healing.
The world is healing with her burn.
With my burn.
Same pace.
Yeah. Same pace. Slowly. But I'm doing well, as we talked about. It's been a pretty turbulent week. And so just so grateful to have friends that are just like so awesome and check in with each other. Just a reminder, we talked about this like 20 episodes ago, but check in with your friends, you never know. Check in with your friends, as Elmo. Yeah. As our friend Elmo says, like, you got to ask people how they're doing sometimes, especially now. So I'm doing well. Happy to be here. Happy to be hanging out with your kids. We've been hitting the little bear. We watched Elf together Loved it. Yeah, it's just fun being around kids. They just like exist in another level of life where things are just fine. So it's been really cool. And for those listening, Jasmine and her beautiful husband, wonderful, live in a great part of Wisconsin with like tons of wild animals and fields. And it's just like really nice over here. And you feel like you can take a deep breath and it's very peaceful. So all around, 10 out of 10. Loving it. Love
doing
being
great.
here. Yep.
Doing great. And we hope you guys are doing great.
We do. We really do.
Finding peace, finding love.
We do. Finding peace, finding love. If you want to just cozy up and snuggle a loved one.
Oh, it's getting like R&B station.
Cuddle by the fire.
You ever wanna?
This is Midnight Rain. Yeah. Just cuddle up and snuggle a loved one. But in the interim, while you're doing that, we're going to dance. Word. So for our first story, because I'm the only one with the phone in this room,
the only one doing their job.
Yeah. For our first story, the 2025 Grammy nominees have been announced.
Oh my gosh,
which is so exciting. People have been putting their for your considerations in for the Grammys for a minute now. So here we go.
I heard that Beyonce has the most.
She does
nominations
and the least amount. Wait, I gotta fact check it, but the most nominations and the least amount of album of the year wins, which is kind of crazy. So
interesting time.
Kind of crazy. I sense a conspiracy there.
Oh my gosh.
So
oh my god.
I don't know. Maybe I should dig into it. But yeah, so Beyonce has a ton of nominations. I really hope she wins this year. She's been rocking it. 2025 Grammy nominees, Record of the Year, Now and Then by the Beatles. God bless them for still coming out with music.
Keep it going.
Okay. Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. That song was everywhere. And
is this album of the year or song of the year?
Record of the year, okay, which I think just means like song.
Yep.
Well, you would know better than me. Yep, because you're like fully married to a musician. Texas Hold'em, which has been everywhere. That song is so good. Espresso, which also has been everywhere.
More recently, everywhere.
More recently, Texas Hold'em was a little while ago, but I think they're counting it for the whole year. Yeah. Yep. 360, Charlie XCX. Also been everywhere. Birds of a Feather. Love that song. That's been Not Like Us. Whew, that really dominated the charts for the past couple months. Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. Also everywhere.
Hot moment.
This is that's kind of hard. And Fortnite.
Yep.
And they put it under
the Taylor Swift and Post Malone, both big names. So it's like
both big names. But everyone else also big names.
And so this all songs that won't get away from our everything.
Radio. So this is gonna be Instagram, like TikTok. Pretty hard. Here's my like hot take for I don't know.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I just feel like I do love Beyonce, so I do hope she wins. I think Not Like Us was very popular. So I could see that. But I really think Espresso was in its bag.
I could see it being Espresso.
Yeah, it was in its bag.
Sabrina Carpenter is really doing it this year.
She's in her bag
People
right now.
Are
yeah. So I feel like if Sabrina Carpenter doesn't win, that would be kind of like intense.
That'd be kind of shocking.
That'd be kind of intense. But also Chappell Roan has been popping this past year. So I feel like maybe her.
I think there's a lot of them that could.
Billie Eilish has
also
really been
Fortnite already won a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Fortnite already kind of won. And
honestly, not my favorite song.
And honestly, too, I have not heard it on the radio a lot. Like I haven't. It hasn't been suggested though by things.
Yeah.
Like on Spotify, it's not coming up on any of my mixes.
No, I could see like the video, like it won the VMAs, like Video of the Year. Makes sense to me. Video was good. But of the Tortured Poets Apartment album, one of my least favorite songs, honestly. Yeah.
It just hasn't been like Spotify shuffles things and stuff. And every other one of these songs.
I can't stop hearing Espresso on
That's what
everything.
I'm saying.
So
I'm saying if we're being honest, my hot take is I just really think Fortnite. I mean, that song had its moment and I think it's but we'll see.
Isn't something you can't escape. Espresso you cannot escape right now.
So
I feel like.
We'll honestly see.
I'm curious.
Album of the Year. New Blue Sun by Andre 3000. Okay. It's very good. That's just the one where he's playing a recorder.
Yep.
Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. So good. Loved it. Short and Sweet, Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, honestly, I feel like it has to win. That album,
like she is gonna get it.
I feel like she's gonna. Brat by Charlie XCX though. It's been a Brat summer.
That was not only a song. That was like a revolution.
It's a revolution. It's been a Brat summer. D. Jesse Volume 4 by Jacob Collier.
We're not cultured.
I'm sorry. Hit Me Hard and Soft. I'm sorry. I also didn't listen to the whole
No,
album.
I'm like, are we too?
The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess by Chappell Roan. That was very popular this year.
And I have not listened to the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm old.
she has a hat on her website that says Midwest Princess, and I was going to get it from you and
No,
your
you
sister.
literally should. It's the same.
And but that album was like pretty popular. The Torture Pose Department, I got to be honest, also, I did not listen to that whole album.
That was I
feel like you would have more feedback there. I don't know. Taylor's just been putting out music so much. I'm kind of just, it's like a lot.
Chanel gets fatigued and then she comes back. She'll be back again.
It's a lot of music.
You did the same thing with Marvel and now you're deep in it
That's
again.
true. So maybe like 10 years from now, but I do feel like she comes out with a new variation of an album like every 2 weeks. It's a lot. So
but this year was only that.
I don't know. I feel like it was, didn't she come out with like, this was the acoustic set and this was the concert set and then this was the other
Torture Post Department is
I'm thinking of her vinyl records.
Anthology.
I'm thinking of her vinyl records. She came out with like a different variant. Anyway, whatever.
Yes, multiple vinyls.
She's a variant like Marvel, so who knows?
Yes, but I could see it winning.
Yeah,
honestly, because like Taylor's a lot of like deep Taylor Swift fans who've been like fans the whole time.
Deep tracks
are like, this is her best album because it calls back to like it. In its songwriting style is more similar to what she did way in the beginning. Well, and so people are like, it could.
We will see.
But
we will see.
Think Sabrina Carpenter. I really think she's going to have her moment.
Yeah, because Grammys. I think I do hear you, and for all the Swifties out there, that is so good, and I'm glad that she has had another album that is great. And I also think that if I'm looking at everybody else, I just feel like. Sabrina Carpenter is in her bag right now, and I would be shocked because Sabrina has been literally everywhere. But she was also on Taylor's tour with her, right?
Yes.
She like opened for her.
Yeah, Taylor's like big mentor for her. She just showed up to one of Taylor's shows, just like
and they just like sang a song.
They sang Espresso. So I'm like, is it not everywhere?
That's it.
Taylor Swift singing it at the Eras Tour. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So Jasmine and Chanel said, Espresso will win Record of the Year. Short and Sweet will probably win Album of the Year.
I just could see her having a moment.
Or Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess. Or Cowboy Carter was also good.
Taylor Swift's going to end up with at least 1 to 5 Grammys.
Yeah. It's part of her deal. She has to have one.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Or Brat, because it was a Brat summer.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
I don't know. There's a lot happening.
I know.
Wait, so song versus record, what is happening?
I actually don't know, and that's worth Googling. So I don't know.
I don't have my phone.
We'll look it up later.
We'll look it up.
Drop in the comments if you know what the difference is. But we'll just do one more, I guess. Song of the Year. A bar song, Tipsy.
Oh, that song did it. It's the someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey.
Oh.
Okay. It's the song from our youth.
Yeah.
That everybody's in the club getting tipsy, but it's like remixed. Do you know that? It's the like.
I did not.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that. Birds of a Feather. I love that song.
It's a good song.
That song is so good. Die with a Smile. Die with a Smile. Okay.
Fortnite,
I mean, I definitely feel like they came out with that to, for the Joker. So it was okay. Fortnite. I mean, okay. Not Like Us, for sure. Good Luck Babe. Wow. That song was everywhere. I feel like Chappell Roan might have to win that. Please, Please, Please. Oh my gosh. That song was everywhere.
Yep.
Texas Hold'em, again, everywhere. And also some of these are the same songs as Record of the Year.
I don't get it.
What are we actually...
Make it make sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Why don't we know this?
Yeah. So
embarrassing.
Let's pick one more that we're just kind of into. Honestly, Sabrina's been nominated for a lot.
I know.
Best Pop Solo Performance, also Espresso.
Yeah, which I could see.
Also Apple, which has been everywhere from Charlie XCX.
I could
see guys, this is really going to be kind of hard. Best Pop Vocal Album, Short and Sweet.
Yeah.
Rise and Fall of Midwest. Okay, that's going to be hard.
That's hard.
Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, or Taylor Swift. That's
who's who.
That's like kind of hard.
Women in music.
That's kind of hard.
That's kind of hard.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So you guys, we actually like don't know.
It's actually going to be a Grammys that I'm shocked for, and I also this is what I think about the women, mainly women. Can we have a moment for the Grammy nominees being almost everything is
I'm looking
like
right now.
women.
Yeah.
I mean, like, wasn't Kendrick on there once?
I mean, Shabuzi, the guy that sang the 1 to the 3 to the...
Yeah.
He's a dude, but
I mean, there's been like 3 dudes. Post Malone, because he's on a Taylor Swift song. But that's it.
And once again, the women carry the men.
This
on their
one's for the girls.
This one's for the girls. Whoever had a broken heart, who dreamed of a shooting star. You're beautiful the way you are. This one's for the girls. My mom played that song when I got my first period. That's so funny.
That's the only appropriate response.
Yeah.
But really, this one's for the girls. And the thing I love about all the women who are nominated is that they are truly girls. Like, they actually are going to be excited for each other.
I hope so.
For the most part, like, these are women who genuinely support one another, have mentored one another. Like, the like pretend beef between Taylor Swift and Beyonce that isn't real because they both are actually really good friends and like go to their stuff. Yeah. No, people just like to pit women against each other.
Word. Yeah.
Which is super cute.
Yeah.
And they all actually just support each other. And like multiple of those people have been on Taylor's tour. Like they all are in each other's corner. So I'm very excited to see them just like be happy for each other. And
that's really like like Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish. That's like every artist.
Ladies with talent.
That's kind of intense. So I'm interested to see who will win.
I'm excited.
And we'll see.
We'll see you there.
Who do you
for
guys
our recap.
think will win record/song of the year? Because I feel like they're the same thing. Drop in the comments.
And album. Like tell us
album.
Who you think.
Is that the same thing? I don't know. We'll ask your husband.
Album is like the whole.
Oh, I was like album, record, song.
I don't. No, because my husband and our producer Will are going to flame us for not
knowing what the differences are.
So nobody.
So we'll see.
We'll see if they listen to this episode because they'll come for us.
We'll see.
They did. Mm-hmm.
So for our second story, Jasmine, do you want to lead us into this? I know this one touched you.
Okay. Uncle Snoop, as he is now known, cries as he bonds with voice singer over death of parents. So if you don't know, Snoop Dogg is judging on The Voice, which the best catch The Voice has had since Nick Jonas, I would argue. Best judge. And there is a contestant on The Voice, Austin Stansel, who performed Dance with My Father, which,
that's a deep
heavy
track.
hitter.
That's a
heavy
track. Yeah.
And as the person was performing, Snoop Dogg started crying and was remembering his mother. And then they bonded over kind of the loss of a parent and the grief in that. And the singer, Stansel, said, "Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of my father's death. It's going to be a rough one, but we're going to get through this."
Wow.
And then Snoop said, "Don't cry, hold it in, sing it. Yeah, give me that." Very Snoop way to end that statement, and gave the person a big hug, and then was so sweet and just like openly showing grief and what was going on, and was recalling that his mom died in 2021. And they kind of talked through like how they continue to perform in front of people through that. And Snoop said, "After that, I never cried again on stage for my mama because I know that's what she wanted me to do. When she was here, I made her proud. I'm going to keep making her proud." Just so sweet. And I just think it is like a moment for men showing their emotion openly. And I'm just so here for it. We just watched, which we're going to recap in our next episode.
Worry.
So don't worry. But we just watched The Men Tell All with the Golden Bachelorette. And it was just like emotionally in touch men. And I know we've been talking about this, you guys, but we just can't stop because it's like out of control how beautiful it is. And I just, every time it comes up, it's going to be a story. It's going to be a story. If you're a man crying in public, you're getting talked about. And it's depressing. It's happening. But I just, in general, because we haven't talked about this much, love this connection that's happening with Snoop Dogg. I love that everybody is like, he is America's uncle. And like, he's finally getting the recognition because he has been doing so much work with communities for so long and like coaches high school football teams, like does all of this stuff in communities. It really is just like
fun,
just like the realest guy.
Yeah,
just
it's like fun to see
and
that
light and just happy to be here. And I love that for him. And And so it's just cool. It's cool to see him openly talking about that grief and bonding with someone and being vulnerable on a national television show.
On a national stage. Yeah. And that song is so good. Luther Vandross, Dance with My Father. If you haven't heard it, I mean, where have you been? It's definitely a deep track. It's pretty sad. And it makes sense that it evokes such strong emotion. And, you know, we on the Golden Bachelorette, which we will talk about, there's a lot of loss from folks on the show that are contestants that have lost their significant others, passed away after being together for a significant amount of time. And having someone in your life that's your parent or your guardian, grandparent, whatever, that you lose, I mean, that is just like killer. So it's just cool to see people grieve and remember the people that they loved in healthy ways. And especially when it's Uncle Snoop, because at the same time, he can be hilarious and he could also be like, man, that was really hard to like be on this planet without my mother. And other people, I'm sure, are probably like, yeah, no, actually same.
Thank you for saying that.
And thanks for saying that. And that's a cool thing about having someone where they're able to just kind of disarm people and be like, because he's just a funny guy and he's also a guy that has lived life. So thanks, Uncle Snoop.
Thanks for making people comfortable. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Love it.
Let's roll into our next story.
Please hit me with it.
Okay, hit me with it. Ooh. Okay, you guys.
Oh, you want to be on Do Not Disturb? You working?
No. I'm like, Do Not Disturb. Okay, our next story is pretty huge. Red Lobster, who has a millennial CEO now. Yeah, they're like completely changing it up.
It is clear.
Remember, you guys, they were in bankruptcy. They were like gonna close every Red Lobster.
I truly thought they did.
Yeah, they have a new CEO now, Damala Adamolakun, and he is young. He's ready to go, and he is revamping the menu. He's bringing back a fan favorite. Also, he is young and he is black, and I just love it because black people care about good food.
What you're eating.
We're
not eating trash at Red Lobster anymore, you guys.
And Damala said, we're freaking doing this. So Red Lobster is rolling out a new menu to excite seafood lovers, including those on TikTok. So this is also a nod to what, girl? This is a nod to the power
of social media.
Word.
And the power of using your voice for what's important.
Yep.
There's not enough, this is like so not true. There's not enough advocacy happening on social media. And we're not fighting for the right thing.
We need more think pieces.
We need more people saying their opinion. We need more people with microphones as we talk into these microphones.
Ban podcast. And the thing is
but we need people advocating for the right things.
We do.
Listen to these people. Listen to what they fought for.
Yeah. And the thing is that the new CEO of Red Lobster is 35 years old, you guys.
So he's listening to you.
We need more young people in the room.
We need 35-year-olds
Now, you might be older
menus.
And you might be like, "Ooh, you know, like I'm in the room." Okay, that's
we get
good.
it.
But
do you have the taste buds to choose a Red Lobster menu?
Your taste buds are slowly dying off, and we know that.
Pass
and you know
it to
that,
the millennials.
and you should just say it. He revealed the changes, which include 7 new items and the reintroduction of 2 fan favorite dishes. This is according to Today. Okay.
Okay.
Relevant, compelling, and exciting is what we want Red Lobster to be for the future. So we're working on that now. He's like, we're getting there.
Relevant.
Part of the success is the launch of a new menu on November 11th. What?
Yesterday.
Although the menu is 20% smaller, because the truth is we all always also like talk about the Cheesecake Factory, and we're like, the Cheesecake Factory is good, but it is spooky how it is a whole book. Okay.
There's no way. There's just like this scene in New Girl where Schmidt's like flipping through a menu. He's like, there's no way they're doing all these things.
There's
right.
no way.
Like, there's no way.
And there's
no way. So thank you, Red Lobster.
And speaking of New Girl,
fatigued.
real quick aside, did you know that the dudes of New Girl are on People Magazine Sexiest Men of the Year? Congrats. Yeah.
Well deserved.
There's a picture of all 4 of them together, and they're just like celebrating being Sexiest Men of the Year. Isn't that so cute?
I love that.
Congrats to them.
Long live.
That's one of Jasmine's favorite shows. I would say probably that and like Only Murders in the Building. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So although the menu is 20% smaller, it features 7 new items, including bacon wrapped sea scallops, a lobster bisque, and some new pasta dishes. It also includes the reintroduction of the chain's beloved Hush Puppies. Those Hush Puppies were good.
Yeah, and that was from TikTok.
Which they took off the menu.
People fought.
Yeah. There was a social media riot over us taking Hush Puppies off a few years ago, so it's coming back. Hush Puppies may be back on the menu, but another longtime item has vanished. Endless shrimp is gone.
Wait, but this is my favorite part of the whole article. He has like a quote somewhere about the endless shrimp where they asked why he is taking it away, and he said, because I can do math.
Because it does not make money.
Response. He was like, we were losing money every night.
Money, please.
On endless shrimp.
Yeah.
But he said nothing is impossible about potentially bringing it back.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite moments that happened in this story is that they apparently changed their tartar sauce recipe, which apparently do not play with the people's tartar sauce. And people flamed them on TikTok. And naturally, because their CEO is a millennial, he saw it and immediately was like, we got to change back that recipe because the people of TikTok are mad. So the tartar sauce has changed back. So if you went to Red Lobster, had the tartar sauce, and were like, I'm never coming back here again, have no fear. Mm-hmm. He's on it. Mm-hmm. He is on it.
Also, you guys, don't worry because they're bringing back Lobster Fest. They're bringing back Lobster Fest, which you might be wondering, what is Lobster Fest? And for that, I would say, do you even know anything? Get the culture. Are you a part of it or are you not? Lobster Fest is when they have a bunch of food that's not normally available during the year with lobsters in it. Word.
Yep.
This year, though, they're calling it the greatest lobster fest of all time, the Gloat.
The Gloat.
You guys, I just love having a 35-year-old as the CEO of Red Lobster. And I think that's hilarious. That's
the main story here.
That's the main story, is that we need to have more young people in the room.
I know. It's so much better.
I think that's amazing. They're
listening to us. So if there's ever something you want to change at Red Lobster, this is your moment.
This is it. Drop in the comments.
To social media.
Yeah. Well, go on Twitter. Did you actually know if you want something done, you should just go on the Twitter of that company
and just tweet
because
them.
Those things can't be deleted or hidden, and so they have to respond to you. So anyway, or formerly known as X, I don't know, whatever.
I actually don't get it. Yeah.
Sparkling Snow Globe Sangria, Ruby Mule, and Mocha Espresso Martini are all coming back.
The Espresso Martini. This is such a millennial.
It is so because we love. He better include those 3 beans.
He gets it. Yeah, if you're not dropping the beans on top, is it an espresso
3
martini?
Beans.
The 3.
When I see it with no 3 beans, it's cacao water. It's cacao water. That's not an espresso martini, babe.
Drop the
That's
garnish,
not an espresso martini, babe.
That's
Drop
so
the 3
true.
beans. They're also giving customers the ability to mix and match their own seafood meal with Create Your Own Ultimate Feast, which includes 2 premium picks like Maine lobster tail or snow crab legs, and 2 classics like Walt's favorite shrimp or garlic shrimp scampi. Al Roker, co-host on the Today Show, said he stopped going to Red Lobster because they stopped having Hush Puppies. So,
and that's how you vote with your dollars, you guys. And that is how you use your dollars to bring things back.
Our vote matters.
At
Red Lobster. Other places, who knows?
But at Red Lobster,
our vote matters.
Here's my humble opinion about Red Lobster.
Yeah, hit me with it.
I would go just for the cheddar biscuits.
Oh, word. Yeah, word.
Right?
So but I'm also going to go for some bacon wrapped scallops. I'm kind of scared.
No, now that there's bacon wrapped scallops, I'm kind of into it. I'm going to be honest.
Or lobster bisque. I'm kind of nervous.
Lobster bisque. I'm going to be honest.
I'm kind of nervous.
Something creamy from Red Lobster, I think is going to be a no for me.
But you know what I'm ready for? I'm ready for them to make it cold in there. Like I'm ready for them to do the cold treatment.
It is always 40 degrees.
They're gonna make it cold and they're gonna put wood in there and they're gonna make it like those fancy McDonald's where it's like a McCafe. Like they're gonna make it Red Lobster, but it's gonna have like a touch screen.
Red Lobster chic.
And it's gonna have the wood floors and it's gonna be like all like those chandeliers and it's not
gonna look like Applebee's
and it's gonna be those stools that with no backs and it's just gonna become like cold in there and it's not going to look like Applebee's, which honestly looks like your grandmother that people don't really talk to and her house like when you come in there and she just has a bunch of trinkets.
The decor that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the decor that doesn't make sense. So Red Lobster, thanks for listening. Thank you for being there for us. And thank you for letting us know that our voice is heard.
You're valued here, Red Lobster. That should be their new tagline.
They're probably like, what would be the not the abbreviation, the acronym for that? You're valued here, Red Lobster.
YVH.
YVH.
RL.
YVHRL. You're valued here, Red Lobster.
I can't see. I think I blinked.
No, that was weird. So this episode was not sponsored by Red Lobster. We will probably be partaking. Theo. We will probably be partaking in Red Lobster's, kind of like evil cousin tomorrow. And we just might go on live. If you can guess what it is.
By the time this is released, we will have already gone.
But we might go on live if we go
go to a place.
Yeah, we might go to a place that
might feel ill.
That also has carpets and bottomless
carbs.
pasta.
I was like, yeah.
It also has carpets and bottomless pasta. So we'll see. But in the meantime, the world might be and has been a little depressing, but don't you worry because
we are not.
And we love you guys so much.
Much
love. We're excited to see you guys next week. Love, love, love. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.